Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. On this episode, we're going to make a dish called mixiotes. This is mostly done in the center of Mexico, in Puebla, Tlaxcala, Mexico City, all of that states. You can make it from veal, sheep, beef, chicken. Those are the meats you guys can use. Uh, for me, I always use chicken legs, but with beef comes and veal comes out really good. So, okay, here are the ingredients we're gonna need. So, I am going to use 10 pieces of chicken. You can use anything from the chicken actually. So, 10 pieces of chicken, 10 avocado leaves. These are sold mostly in Mexican groceries. Also, we're gonna need 8 pasilla peppers and 10 ancho peppers, okay? And all of those ingredients, you're gonna find them, as I said, on the grocery Mexican stores. A little piece of cinnamon, about 1 inch, is enough. 1 teaspoon of pepper, salt to taste, a teaspoon of cumin, 4 cloves. You can get them whole or powder, just use that amount, and 10 bay leaves. These are in little pieces, that's why you see a lot of them. Also 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 4 garlic cloves. And to cook the mixiotes, we're gonna need aluminum foil or wax paper. Here in Mexico, the wax paper is sold in squares. It's about 30 centimeters or about 12 inches, the squares. Or you can use the foil, whatever you have on handy. To get started, we're gonna take all the peppers and we're gonna take all of the seeds out. Okay, this is an ancho chile. Most people know it as ancho, but some people get confused with the guajillo ancho. But try to get the ancho, and if you cannot get it by the name, you can also get it by mulato. Okay, so here I have taken all of the seeds out of all the peppers. This is an ancho and this is a pasilla pepper. So after you have taken all of the seeds out, we're going to take a pan that is hot and we are going to toast them, okay? Just slightly, a few seconds each side with no oil, no nothing, because we just want to toast the peppers a little bit. If you overdo it, you can burn them. After you have toast or roasted all of the peppers one by one, you guys are gonna put some water, just kind of like we're gonna kind of clean them. So I have drained all the water, and after I have drained the water, I'm gonna pour more clean water. Okay, because with this same water, we're going to blend the peppers. So now I have put some clean water, and I'm gonna add probably 1 or 2 tablespoons of salt. Okay, so we're just gonna leave this to rest for about 30 minutes to soak for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. After all of the peppers have soaked, I'm gonna place a couple of them in the blender, and I'm also going to add some broth from the same one that the peppers are soaking on. You can see it here. I'm gonna add maybe about a cup, because we have to go in this process, we have to go little by little. We cannot add too much liquid because we want a thick sauce. Okay, so now that I have placed that, I am going to add all of the spices to this. I'm gonna add the garlic, and then I'm gonna blend it a little bit just so that this can get started. Now, after you have blended this a little bit, you're gonna add all of the spices, the pepper, the cloves, the cumin, everything except the avocado leaves and the bay leaves. Okay, And also the salt, we're gonna add it a little bit later. So add everything except for the leaves and the salt. So I'm adding everything here, including the vinegar, to this paste, and I'm going to blend it. If you see that your blender is struggling, you add more water, okay? We don't want to burn the blender. So as you see your blender, just keep adding more and more until you see that this sauce, it's getting well blended, and you're gonna blend each time you do it for about 2 or 3 minutes, because we really want this sauce to be well blended. Okay, so here you guys are gonna be able to see a close-up of what we want. Okay, you want everything to get running and blend really well. Here is where you can see this is all of the liquid that's here, and the blender is doing its work, it's not struggling. And then after it's well blended, we're gonna take our strainer, not a very fine strainer, but take a strainer and strain the sauce, because we don't want nothing here on our sauce. No pieces of garlic or pieces of cloves, nothing. So just blend it, and after you have blended all of your peppers with the broth, here is the final result. We're gonna add salt, maybe about a spoon. You guys are gonna have to taste this, and it needs to be a little bit more salty than usual, because the meat is going to absorb most of the salt. So try to get it a bit more salty than usual. Now that we have checked that our salt is fine, we're gonna add all of the chicken here to our sauce. So you guys are gonna need a big pan or a big container to do this. And here's all the chicken that I have placed here. As you can see, I have wings, I have thighs. Here in Mexico, most people eat everything. They eat the head, they eat the feet. That is what, this country is made for. We eat mostly everything. So I'm gonna mix this really well to make sure all the chicken is covered, and I'm gonna let it there for about 30 minutes. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to make bags of foil. Take 2 pieces of foil, fold them in half, and now that you have folded in half, you're gonna fold the sides. So we're gonna create kind of like a bag. Why I'm using 2 pieces of paper? Because I don't want this. Sometimes the foil is too thin, and if it breaks down, you're gonna create a mess. So you rather use two pieces of foil, or a high quality foil that is kind of thick. So this is our bag that we have, and now we can get started making the mixiotes. This is the wax paper that mostly it's used here in Puebla. It comes in squares, and what you only need to do is add water and kind of soak the paper so that it makes it easy to work with. This is just gonna take a couple of minutes. So I'm just giving you guys some options. You can either use the paper or the foil. So we're gonna make our first mixiote. Here's one of the foil bags. I'm gonna add a piece of avocado leaves and 1 piece of bay leaf, and we're gonna start to put the meat inside the bags. So you're gonna add the meat, and you're gonna add a little bit of the sauce just to cover it. This is my favorite part, because for the mixiote, this is what I like, mostly the sauce. So add as much sauce as you like, okay? If you like a lot of sauce, make more, because you need sauce enough to all of your mixiotes, okay? So here we're just gonna add a piece of meat in one of these spoons of the sauce, just to get everything kind of like in the same. Okay, And this is a mixiote done in the paper. The same thing, take the paper, add the leaves, the avocado leaf, and the bay leaf, and the same thing, take a piece of meat, pour on top a little bit of the sauce, and fold it like this. For this, you're gonna need um, some thick thread so that you can make a knot and make sure that everything gets inside. So here I have some thread. I'm just gonna go around it a few times. I'm gonna make a knot, and that's it. And this is the way they do it here on Puebla, okay? So I'm gonna make all of my mixiotes and then I'll come back to show you what's next. Here I have a steamer. I don't have the part for the steam, the bottom part, so whatever I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cup and I'm gonna pour some water and place a lot of water because you're gonna need it. This is gonna be here for like 2 hours. And a tip, if you add a coin in the bottom and if you run out of water, you will be able to hear the sound, okay? That's just a little tip. I'm gonna place a plate on top, and then I'm ready to put in all of my mixiotes. Here you can see them. So turn on the heat and let this cook for about 2 hours. Cover it really well. Leave it here for a minimum of an hour and a half, and then you check in an hour and a half if they are ready, but mostly they take a little bit of more time. It depends on where you live. And here is the final mixiote. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. I know you guys are gonna like it. Remember, I like to read all of your comments about this dish, and if you make it and you like it, you guys will make me so happy to hear what you have to say. Also, don't forget to add me to Facebook and Twitter. In the description box, you will be able to find the links and also the ingredients. So, see you next time, guys. Bye bye.